Hi guys, I'm Domi and welcome to my channel. I was going to say welcome back, but this is my first long haul video. So if you're already subscribed because you've been watching my shorts, or if you've come here from Book Talk, thank you. And if you're new, welcome. I'm so excited to start long haul YouTube videos, and I thought what better video to start with than a TBR, choose as my monthly reads. These are my favorite videos to watch on YouTube and some of my favorite videos to film for Book Talk. So I decided it is the best one to start this channel with. So let's just jump straight into it. My physical TBR is this little bookshelf here, as well as this whole row behind me, the hardbacks, and then the books right here, which I haven't had space for. So I am due a book reshuffle that will be coming soon. I normally read about 5 or 6 books a month, but I do choose about 7 prompts, and then that gives me options for like semi mood reading. There are some books that I absolutely want to get to in June, and those are The Deal, because I'm getting massive FOMO not having seen the TV show. I also have an arc that's coming out on the 10th of July, so I want to get to that in June. And I am on my Throne of Glass journey, so I want to continue that. And the next book for me is The Tower of Dawn. I'm going to try my hardest to match prompts to these 3 books, but if nothing matches at the end of like prompt 4 or 5, I'm just going to automatically add them to my TBR because I can. I am also in the middle of the second Zodiac Academy book, almost in the middle, so that's the book I'll be continuing in June as well. Right, so for prompt 1, ooh, we have a mood read. A mood read. I mean, immediately I'm thinking of The Deal by Elle Kennedy, because I have been thinking about that book and the TV series for so long, ever since it's come out. And I keep saying I'm in a mood for that sort of book, and then I want to read the series. So yeah, already, immediately, for a mood read, we're doing The Deal. That one is on my Kindle, but I do really want to prioritize physical TBR this month as well. Prompt number 2. That felt really easy. I don't trust it. Okay. A secondhand / thrifted book. Secondhand. Okay, immediately my eye was drawn to this. I got this from a little library, and this is actually on my spring / summer TBR. I actually think it's set in June, if I remember correctly. I'm almost certain this is actually set in June, and it's supposed to be kind of like a spring vibe. That's definitely an option. What else? What am I in the mood for? I do want a variety of genres. I do really want to read more of Frederick Backman. Absolutely love this author. If you know me, you know that Beartown trilogy is like my 6-star god tier series. And I did get this secondhand from my lovely friend who sent it to me. Conversations with Friends. Again, this one's also on my like spring TBR. I don't really know why. I thought it's spring, but it just kind of gives me fun spring vibes. I might be so wrong about that though. I mean, one fantasy book that I've been wanting to read for so long is Phantasma. Again, I got this from a friend, so it is secondhand. But this is definitely autumn vibes. Haunted Mansion. Yeah, I'm going to save that for like October time. Okay, so I'm going to choose one of these 3. And I think for some reason, I don't really fancy this. And I don't know if it's supposed to be like a happy read or a bit of a sad read, to be honest. And I want something a little bit lighter, although saying that, Anxious People doesn't sound really happy either, does it? Right, that one's going back. I do want to read more Frederick Backman, but actually his other book, My Friends, is the one that I was hoping to get to in spring / summer. And this is supposed to be a nice spring read, and I'm pretty sure it's set in June. I feel like this feels right for June. So for secondhand book, we have the 1+1. Prompt number 3. We have book with the longest title. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to check all my books. I don't want to have to count every letter in every physical book I have. I'm going to ballpark it. Immediately I'm thinking the arc that I want to read is called Daughter of the Night, which is quite long. Daughter of the Night, 4 words. What else do we have? The Last Devil to Die. The Last Devil to Die. That's technically 5 words. Damn. When the Moon Hatched. When the Moon Hatched, 4. I think it's gonna have to be this one. Oh wait. What about The Night and the Moth? 5. Okay. So it's either The Night and the Moth, The Last Devil to Die. Oh my goodness, I forgot about my hardbacks. Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. That is the longest title I have. Guys, why am I so intimidated about this book? It's gonna have to be done. I am really excited. I mean, this is a book that I've been putting off for so long, but I've wanted to read it. Oh, I completely forgot that I got it sent from a friend as a surprise. So I kept the little note. Thank you, Becky. Okay, no, I am excited. I've been wanting to read this book for so long, and it's on my list, my 26 books in 2026. So it's the longest title. I have no choice. Adding that to the June TBR. I do need to read this very soon, though. Prompt number 4. I really want to get The Ark and Throne of Glass. A book with a sprayed edge. I've literally only got like 3. Okay. We have My Infinite Fates. We have The Night and the Moth. And we have The Favourites. I think that's all I have with a sprayed edge. I do have Hunger Games behind me with a sprayed edge, but that is, I'm saving that for a buddy read with someone in like early autumn. That's already planned for. Chronic TBR plan over here. Oh wait, I've got one more. A Flame and Fury. It's a lot of fantasy. What do I have already? If I'm going to read Throne of Glass and The Ark, which is fantasy, and I've got Zodiac Academy and Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, I don't really want another fantasy. The thing is, The Favourites feels very wintry with the ice skating. I have heard it's really good though. It's not very summery. I don't want to do this prompt. Am I going to lie to you guys? I'm not going to lie to you guys. I actually don't know which one I want to go for. I have no idea. Do I want another fantasy? Or do I want The Favourites? Do you know what? This one has been on my TBR the longest. It's been a while. But this one I have been most excited for. And I know the second book has just come out or is coming out very soon. Okay, it's going to be between those two. So let's put these ones back. Okay. Which one do I go for? I actually have no idea. What I'm going to do, I'm actually going to read the first line of each book and see which one is more intriguing. I do, by the way, how gorgeous is this sprayed edge? I love it. Okay, first line. The ribbon binding, no, that's not how you say that word. The ribbon binding the wrist together was red as a wound. Okay, intriguing. Several hundred years ago as well for the prologue. Okay. The Night and the Moth. Oh, there's a map. I do love a map. Wait. Is this the start or is this the start? The peculiar gargoyle who spoke mostly in broken parables shuffled to the dim corner of the ambulatory. My God, I don't know. They both sound really interesting. Okay, I know I already have a hardback, which actually doesn't make a difference. They just seem intimidating to me though. But I am going to go with Our Infinite Fates. I've had this book for like way over a year, whereas this is my most recent purchase. And I feel like this deserves to be read. That's our 1, 2, 3, fourth prompt, 4th book, technically 5th book because I've got the Zodiac Academy. Let's do like 3 more prompts, 7 prompts. Prompt number 5. Oh, I've already done that. A book that has a film or TV show adaptation. I was going to say The Deal, but I've literally already chosen that book. A book that has a film, TV show adaptation. There's not many. Okay, I've got Firefly Lane. I have watched the series. I have One Day. I really want to read One Day, but I kind of want to read it in July, where, you know, the day, it's like one day every year and it's July. But we've got One Day. Big Little Lies? That's been made into a TV show, hasn't it? I swear. Yeah, Big Little Lies. I do want to read the show. No, I do want to watch the show, so maybe I should read that. I don't have a thriller or mystery or anything like that on here. That's a strong contender. Oh, do I want to do a classic? I do have a couple classics here, like Little Women and stuff. Obviously, that's been made into a film, but something that's actually on my spring TBR is The Secret Garden, and that's definitely a film. I remember being obsessed with that film as a kid, but I've never read the book. No, that's a lie. I have read the book as a kid, but I haven't read it in years. And it's quite short compared to some of the bigger ones I've got on here. Okay, any other ones? I think that's it. Okay, so out of these 4, I am deciding between these 2. Do I go for a different genre? I haven't read a thriller in so long. I'm guessing it's a thriller. I do also want to watch the series. Too many books to read before watching the series. It's stressing me out. But then again, this is perfect for this time of year. It's so like nostalgic, and it is on my spring TBR. Do you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do The Secret Garden. I just feel like it's going to be really cute and a nice palette cleanser between all the different fantasy books that I have. Prompt 5, I believe. Going for prompt number 6. Same genre to the last book I read. So the book I'm currently reading is Zodiac Academy. What was the last book I read? I was technically reading 2 books at once. I was listening to Zodiac Academy book 1, which is fantasy. And then I also read The Midnight Library, which is litfic, general fiction. Let's just say fantasy. I'm going to be a bit cheeky because I'm trying to get one of the 2 books I really wanted. And I am technically reading Zodiac Academy now, and I was listening to it. I went straight from book 1 to book 2. So, yeah, fantasy. Now, do I go Tower of Dawn or do I go with the Ark? I think, regardless, I'm probably going to read both. I'm not even going to lie to you. And I do really want to read the Ark before it comes out at the beginning of July. So I'm going to go for Daughter of the Night. I'm so excited to read that Ark, actually. It sounds amazing. Okay, let's do one more. I think that was prompt 6. Let's do prompt 7, and then that'll be 8 books that I can choose from to read. I did actually read 8 books in May, but I had a really lazy free month, whereas June is a little bit busier, so I'm not committing to that many books. Book bought / released this year, released on Kindle Unlimited, if I do Kindle Unlimited. What have I got so far? So I've got a classic, I've got a lot of fantasy, I've got a general fiction, lit fiction, maybe a bit of romance in this, I think. The Deal, which is obviously contemporary romance. What do I need? Maybe I do need like a little thriller or another romance. I mean, we are in the season of spring and summer, which feels very romance. Oh, My Friends, though. This wasn't released this year, was it? First released 2025, but the paperback edition was released 2026. Is that cheating? Malibu Rising definitely wasn't released 2026, but I did buy it this year, very recently. When was it actually released? 2021. Wow. I didn't know it was that old. August. I kind of want to read this in August. Anyone else get like this? Like, I just love reading books in the month and the time that they're set in. I mean, it is giving very peak of the summer vibes. I kind of want another romance though. Let me check out my Kindle. What else do I have? Picking Daisies on Sunday. That was on my TBR for May, and I didn't get to that. When was that released? I feel like that's quite new, isn't it? When was that released? Alexa, when was the book Picking Daisies on Sundays released?
Picking Daisies on Sundays was released on the 2nd of October 2025.
Damn it. So close. What romance was released this year? I could maybe treat myself to a new book. I'm trying to be good, but Ashley Poston's new book is coming out in June, and I do love her books. I think it's called The Somewhat Garden. I can't remember. It's something garden. I could treat myself to a book when it comes out. This got interesting. I'm taking my sweet time with this. I could really do my friends though, couldn't I?
A few moments later.
Okay, I'm gonna do My Friends by Frederick Backman, which technically this paperback came out in 2026. I might still treat myself to Ashley Poston's new book at the end of June, so if I do, maybe I'll read that one instead. And I actually got this book as a book fairy, so thank you, Maria. Yeah, I'm excited. This is one of my favourite authors. I still can't believe I haven't read this, to be honest. So, for the month of June, we have Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, Our Infinite Fates, My Friends, The Secret Garden, The 1+1, currently reading The Ruthless Fae, and then we also have The Deal and Daughter of the Night. That is such a mix of things. Let me know if you've read any of these books and you would definitely recommend them, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!